What's going on, everybody? This is Tails Firaga, and we are here with the finale of Pokémon LeafGreen version. Hooray! Took me long enough, so I actually encountered some technical difficulties and got kidnapped by ninjas, 2 for the price of 1. But now I feel like I'm finally, back in it. I'm finally ready to finish up this LP. As you can see, all of our Pokémon have increased in level a little bit, some more than others. I don't really actually feel like I'm gonna get too much use out of Baron or Miss Piggy, so I didn't level them up quite as much as the other party members. However, Mikey, Rocksteady, Electrical Beast, and Chizuru will probably be the big guns. Hoo-ha! So let's begin. So how you guys doing, everybody? I'm really sorry that it took me so long to get this done. Between actually getting new games and, having technical difficulties with the computer that I usually do the editing on, I decided I'm going to be doing the editing on a different computer. Therefore, it's not going to have that spiffy intro I usually have, which, you already probably know that it doesn't have the spiffy intro. Anyway, we're fighting the first member of the Elite Four, Lorelei, and as you can see, her Pokemon are already pretty tough. She's already got some fairly high-level Pokemon, nothing that we can't really handle, I don't think. But there's definitely an increase in power going on here. Lorelei's Pokemon include Dugong, Cloyster, Jinx, Lapras, and a new member of the team, which we will be encountering fairly soon, I think. Yes, we are going to be encountering this Pokemon. And the Pokemon is none other than... Come on. Piloswine! It's a ground and ice type Pokemon. It's the evolved form of Swinub. It's still not something, terribly impressive, but at the very least, it fits in well with the ice-based theme. And it gets rid of Slowbro, who was a water-type Pokemon. So, having a little bit more of that type specialization, that specification stuff, really comes in handy. Anyway, we're gonna use Surf here. Piloswine is doomed. And we got ourselves a nice little level up there. That's always fantastic, always cool. Actually, I don't want to switch Mikey out quite yet. Because Lapras is a perfect opportunity to trick the opponent's AI. As you can see, I've also given Mikey the leftovers, which means he will restore a little bit of health each turn. But I believe Lapras is actually going to be using Thunder right here. Yep. Thunder can be absorbed by Electrical Beast. And now... Alright, Lapras still has some, it's got some pretty alright defenses, so, it's not gonna fall to one shockwave. It's gonna take 2 or 3. I'm hoping, actually, that we can hit with Thunder right here. Yes! There we go. Thunder. Hoo-ha. Thunder, if you don't know, is an excellent move to teach an Electric-type Pokemon. It has very high power, 120, which is offset by it's somewhat inaccurate. It has a 70% chance at any given time of hitting the opponent. The chance of hitting the opponent actually increases and decreases with the weather as well. If it's raining, Thunder will hit 100% of the time, or its accuracy raises by 30 points. And if it's sunny, you will actually only hit half the time. The accuracy is reduced to 50 in sunny weather. Anyway, right here we've got Jinx. Double Kick, probably not the best move to take it on. In fact, no, it wasn't the best move at all. But hey, Jinx absolutely destroys Electrical Beast right here, so that's... Oh. You've just made an enemy of me, Miss Jinx. Unfortunately, I don't really know too many Pokemon that can do really well against Jinx. Jinx does have powerful moves like Psychic and Ice Beam at its disposal. Ice Beam there, that's a critical hit. Did a lot of damage. But you know what? Please don't die. Please don't die. You died. I was hoping you wouldn't fuck up, and you fucked up. Jinx is definitely not an easy Pokemon to take down on these refights. It's also her most powerful Pokemon, level 66. Which, you know, that's a pretty high level for what we're used to. Hopefully this won't knock Mikey out. Doesn't knock Mikey out, but unfortunately the special defense has been lowered. Hopefully, you know, we can do something here. Yeah, that's not really gonna cut it now, is it? Yeah. Well, at the very least we've got leftovers, and I did actually go back and buy a bunch of items. If we can go up. Faster, faster please. Thank you. 128 Hyper Potions. We are going to be doing quite well for ourselves, I feel. I feel like there's not too much to worry about. I don't want to get too cocky, though. Because remember the last time I tried to be confident about my Pokemon battling skills. It doesn't usually end well. Right. I feel like we should bring out, Rocksteady just for, you know... Yeah, if they're gonna use Psychic, this gives Mikey a perfect opportunity actually to, you know, recover from his special defense loss. Jinx is probably going to use a super effective move here. I believe Jinx actually knows, yeah, Ice Beam, which is gonna deal 2x damage to Rocksteady. Rocksteady is a ground-type Pokemon after all, but, you know, not much to worry about. I'm still feeling confident in our ability to win. If fighting is sure to result in victory, then you must fight. Sun Tzu said that. And I think he knows a little more about fighting than you do, pal, because he invented it. And then he perfected it so no man can best him in the ring of fire. Wait, that's not how it goes. Well, anyway, Mikey gains some experience, Electrical Beast gains some experience. Things shouldn't be this way, but they are. Ooh boy. You got a taste of the Pokemon League's power. That's what you said last time. But you know, I'm gonna say this. I don't mind tasting you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh man, I just realized what I had said. Oh man. It's almost like I said something on purpose. Ooh. On purpose. Yes, I have become a porpoise. Mikey! Mikey needs the heals. I think Mikey is going to be carrying us through a large portion of this battle as well. Don't want to say too much, but it's Bruno after all. Rigorous training, blah blah blah. I've lived and trained, blah blah blah. We will grind you down with a superior blah blah blah. Hoo-ha! Wow. Fancy that. Anyways, second member of the redone Elite Four is Bruno. Bruno uses a bunch of powerful Pokemon here. His first Pokemon is Steelix, level 65. Steelix, quite the powerful Pokemon. Unfortunately for it, it does not have terribly good special defense, and it is weak to fire. Unfortunately, I am a fucking idiot. Well then. Yeah. Oh! Yeah. Normally I would say something along the lines of, that should not have happened, but that totally did happen. That totally did happen. You hate to see this kind of thing happen, folks. I don't. I love seeing this kind of thing happen. This is a major upset. In fact, this is an upset attack. By David Soul. God, what album was that from? Can't remember. It played on Jet Set Radio, but don't even... Either way, Chizuru, Flamethrower, burn, burn to the ground. You took a lot of damage there, pal. Unfortunately, Steelix had the good luck to use Iron Tail. Aw. Truly, a tragic ending to Celebrity Rockstar's life. Oh well, Mikey, let's do this. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think I can really count on Mikey being, you know, super duper McPooper scooper useful. We'll have to see. Hitmonlee, to my knowledge, Hitmonlee actually doesn't know too many, super powerful moves. It knows Mega Kick, which, you know, always a fairly decent choice, deals a high amount of normal damage, which, you know, not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad either. Actually, you know what? If it's Hitmonlee, I feel like maybe, just maybe, we should Hydro Cannon it. That was really bad. Wow. I do have a... No, unfortunately, Bruno was smart. He didn't allow me to recover. However, I know the ability to use items. I know also the ability to repeatedly tap A in the vain hopes that... Hitmonlee used Mega Kick, that fails to really dent us. Well, actually it does do a pretty good amount of damage. No, actually. See, Surf. Watch, and Surf is gonna deal no damage. Honestly, I think Hitmonlee actually has a pretty decent special defense. I'm not really that big into using fighting type Pokemon, so I don't know all of like Hitmonlee's stats, his statistics, or anything like that. But I'm willing to bet that Hitmonlee at least has fairly solid special defense. Anyway, Hitmonchan, another Pokemon, I'm actually kind of worried about Hitmonchan because it will know the elemental punches and the powerful Sky Uppercut, or at least I think it knows the elemental punches. Not too sure, may have to, you know, annotate things later. Mach Punch, yeah, that's gonna finish us off. Well, at least I know that it was planning on using Sky Uppercut rather than, you know, something else, something slightly more dangerous. Baron, the lowest level party member, still goes faster than Hitmonchan, which, you know, it's pretty nice. Rock Slide. That's why I was worried about it, Rock Slide. That's why I didn't actually want to send Baron out right away, because it would know Rock Slide. As you can also see, Baron knows, well, he's dead now. But Baron knew Steel Wing, which, you know, I'm not really gonna get much use out of, but wanted to get the TM for that out of the way, you know. Okay, come on, Mikey. Let's do this. Show us what you got, man. Show us what you've got. Alright, so we lower our head for Skull Bash. This is actually a move I taught Mikey, fairly recently. Skull Bash, it will raise your defense on the first turn, and then the next turn it will attack the opponent. It's a pretty good move if, you know, you don't mind having a normal type move on your, Pokemon. Unfortunately, Hitmonchan knows the almighty ability to, counter, which, you know, doesn't bode well for us. Oh well, we've got Hyper Potions. We're a big girl. We'll get over it. Yeah, Mach Punch right there. Thought that I wasn't going to heal, but you don't realize that I was going to heal. Hitmonchan honestly isn't dealing as much damage to us as I thought he would be. Which, you know, I'm not going to be complaining too much about that. I don't like taking damage. Alright, come on, Mikey. Come on, Mikey. Machamp, the last Pokemon on Bruno's team. Ooh. And Machamp's, you know, he's a relatively big guy. He does know quite a few powerful moves in this refight. I think he knows Cross Chop, which deals a lot of damage and has a high critical hit ratio. So, you know, yeah, let's hope we don't get hit by that. Luckily, it turns out we didn't get hit by that, which is great. You can see Machamp's also really high level. He also has very good, or pretty good defenses, actually. So, you know, he's not going to be taking too much damage from Skull Bash. But no, it's worth a shot, and just in case yeah, you see Cross Chop gonna do something like that. Luckily, Skull Bash, I think Skull Bash protected us. Not exactly sure. I don't know if the stat boosts from Skull Bash are permanent for the or like battle permanent, or if it's just like charge for one turn and then, you know, unfuck yourself or something like that. I don't know. And there we go, Bruno using his second full restore. This means that Bruno does not have any healing options, I believe. Which, you know, always a nice thing. It's always a good thing to make sure the opponent doesn't have too many recovery options. Let's try another Skull Bash. Raise our defenses, see if we can survive whatever attack Machamp is gonna throw at us next, which is Cross Chop. Yeah, we didn't take too much damage from that. Cross Chop is a move that I do get concerned about often, though, because Cross Chop does have the effect of higher critical hit ratio, and critical hits ignore defense buffs for the battle. Yeah, it seems we're taking less and less damage, which is always a great thing. Mikey, use Brick Break. This should deal some damage. And some damage it dealt. We're getting to the point where I'm not dealing too much damage to Machamp. Machamp isn't really dealing too much damage to me. I'm not too concerned about it. Oh, Earthquake. And as you probably know, Earthquake, very, very powerful move. Especially when it hits critical like that. That's never a good thing. Come on, come on. And one more. Surf. Big Kahuna. Wave on your face. There we go. There we go. Mikey grew to level 62. Making him the strongest member of the party. How could I lose? Hoo-ha. Yeah. Alright, Bruno, you just go be emo over there. While I revive the party members and stuff. You know what? I'm so used to, like, traditional RPGs now. Recently, actually, I've obtained a copy of Tales of the Abyss for 3DS. And I must say that that is an excellent, excellent game. If you have a PS2 or 3DS or anything, I recommend getting it. It's... honestly, it's probably one of my favorite RPGs currently. I don't think I like it as much as I liked Tales of Legendia, but... I mean, it's still a great game, but what happened is, actually, one of the party members you get has... learns a phonic art that enables them to restore a party member from death. And I think it restores more health than just reviving them using a life bottle as well. Which, you know, is great, but I always, like, try to... Now, when I'm playing Pokemon, I feel like I have the option to, you know, revive a Pokemon using another Pokemon's moves, but that's not how it works. Anyway, Hagatha. Hello, Hagatha. The Hagatha home for girls. Boarding school. Oh, why am I trying to make Psychonauts references? That's not how the world works. It doesn't work that way. Just get out of my way, old lady. Anyway, Agatha, once again, using a combination of Ghost and Poison-type Pokemon. Her Pokemon do know some more nasty moves, like the combo of Hypnosis, Dream Eater, and Nightmare. Which is definitely not... yeah, there we go, Hypnosis right off the bat. Gengar is definitely not a Pokemon you want to spend too much time with, because it will know some tricky moves. This one, however, doesn't actually seem to be, you know, using too many, you know, Nightmare, Dream Eater, stuff like that, which I'm actually kind of surprised at. I guess they thought that I was going to wake up before they attacked or something and use Psychic instead. Honestly, I'm not too sure about some of the Pokemon on Agatha's team, but yeah, you know what? It's a living. Anyway, we're going to send out Rock City right here, because they're going to be sending out Arbok. Ooh. Arbok. K-Bok. Wow. Arbok will try to be annoying you with Double Team, apparently. I think Arbok also knows Iron Tail, which could punish Rocksteady if it hits. Iron Tail, if I remember correctly, does not have terribly good accuracy. Oh, it was either Iron Tail or... Actually, I think a lot of Steel-type moves in Generations 2 and 3 did not have terribly high accuracy. It wasn't until Generation 4, I believe, in which Steel-type moves started having a nice balance of power and accuracy, which, you know, I can understand that. Anyway, Agatha is going to send out Crobat here, which, you know, if you've got a fairly decent Pokemon with rock, ice, or electric moves, Crobat can become something of a jerk. Crobat is Golbat's final evolution. It's only available in Generation 2 and above, and it only evolves from Golbat when the friendship is high. And I believe you can only do friendship-based evolutions after completing the or after getting the National Pokédex. In fact, I don't think you can actually check a Pokemon's friendship until you have the National Pokédex in Fire Red and Leaf Green, which, you know, it makes a bit of sense. It makes sense. Yeah. Rocksteady, not doing too well. I wonder actually, do we have an item that can help with stat reduction? No. What I feel like I should actually do is switch out to Electrical Beast here. Because Electrical Beast does have special base moves and is not affected by Intimidate. Anyway, Crobat's gonna get really annoying with Shadow Ball if I don't take it out too, so that's always a good thing. Shadow Ball, by the way, is a Ghost-type move, which means despite the fact that it lowers special defense, that's actually kind of useless in Generation 3, as it's a physical move. Ghost is always a physical type in this generation. Then again, we can get into the whole thing where, oh, there's also, you know, damage dealt by contact, and damage without contact, and all sorts of various things. I don't think they truly fixed contact damage and stuff until, you know, Generation 4 and Generation 5, so I wonder how actually... Actually, I'm wondering, what kind of a... Oh, wait, right. Forgot, there's another Pokemon we haven't seen. This is Misdreavus! It's useless. If we can hit it with Thunder, of course. I wonder what actually kind of new things they're going to be bringing into Pokemon in Generation 6, Pokemon X and Pokemon Y. Honestly, I haven't actually been this excited for new Pokemon games since Heart Gold and Soul Silver, actually. I was very much excited for Heart Gold and Soul Silver because that would be my first time playing through the Johto region games and actually owning a copy of the games that take place in the Johto region. So it's got that going for it. But Pokemon X and Y actually look really, really good from what we've seen, all the screens and videos and stuff. Hopefully the new Pokemon they introduce will be just as cool as a lot of the Pokemon they've introduced in Generations... Oh, I don't know. Generation 5 had... I still don't know really what my stance on Generation 5 is. It introduced a lot of cool Pokemon, like, you know, Golurk and Haxorus and stuff. And those are really, really neat Pokemon. I actually really like a lot of Generation 5's Pokemon designs. But at the same time, Generation 5 also brought us, like, Vanillish and Trubbish and, you know, all sorts of weird-ish Pokemon. I don't even know. Anyway, that was Agatha. Agatha's arguably the easiest of the Elite Four to take down. She doesn't actually have that raw power advantage like Lorelei and Bruno do. Though Bruno was pretty easy as well, actually. I assure you, I won't be having as easy of a time against Lance here. Hey Lance, so you've returned, Andrew. I lead the Elite Four. You can call me Lance the Dragon Trainer. You know the dragons are mythical Pokemon. They're hard to catch and raise, but their powers are superior. They're virtually indestructible. There's no being clever with them. Well, are you ready to lose? Your league challenge ends with me, Andrew. Okay. Well, Lance is still convinced that my league challenge ends with him. Which, you know, very well might, actually. Lance uses a bunch of much stronger Pokemon in this battle. The first Pokemon he sends out is Gyarados, which I probably should have taken into account first. I think I should actually send out Baron as a sacrifice. 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 Yeah, get Gyarados to waste a turn on Hyper Beam. Hyper Beam, another physical move in Generation 3. Absolutely destroys anything if you've got a high enough physical attack power. Can I lower your defense? Can I lower your defense? I'm not trying to deal damage to Gyarados, I'm trying to lower its defense. Because honestly, Baron can't really do much other than that. Oh, it doesn't lower the opponent's defense, it raises your defense. Oh. Well then, I think I might actually have a strategy involved. Oh yes. Yeah, Gyarados is gonna use Hyper Beam there. I think he's gonna finish me off, but no. I think you're pretty clever, don't you, boy? And as you can see, Baron actually took a lot less damage from that attack than he normally would, thanks to that defensive increase, so we can actually soften Gyarados up a little bit here. Unfortunately, Gyarados does have a rather high defense power as well. Aerodactyl was sent out. Not much I can really do against Aerodactyl. Actually, I can use Steel Wing, but Baron, hang on? No. No, of course not. Aerodactyl. I actually remember Aerodactyl in the refights to be a rather tricky Pokemon, thanks to it having more powerful moves like Earthquake. And also having Aerial Ace, which never misses its mark. Ever. Well, actually, it does miss its mark occasionally. Oh, no. So, recently, actually, what are you doing? What are you... Really? Dragonite? Come on, mate. Get off. Come off it. Really? What a drag. Unite. Unfortunately, there's not much I can actually do against Dragonite, especially now that it knows moves like Thunderbolt, which... Thunderbolt, it's a moderately powerful electric-type move, deals quite a bit of damage, and if it hits, it I think has a 10% chance of paralyzing its target. So you know it's got that going for it. How many times am I actually going to say that in the video? How many times am I just gonna go like that? I don't know. Mikey is down. That is unexpected. That is certainly an upset. Right. Actually, recently, I, had purchased from Amazon a, figure, one of those, really nice, Figma kind of things and stuff, of, Miyuki Takara from Lucky Star. And a couple nights ago, actually, my chair that I usually sit in, I'm using a different chair, because that makes all the difference when I'm recording Let's Play, obviously. But the chair I usually, used to sit in actually broke. The welding of it kind of, gave way. Which is really weird. It's kind of strange that someone as underweight as I am actually, managed to break a chair, which kind of proves the craftsmanship on that. Well, it's kind of an old chair anyway. But no, that's not an excuse at all. Never mind, that chair was shit. But what happened was, the chair broke, and it also the surprise of it, because you know how when you get hit by something, your muscles kind of, you know, contract or like react to it and stuff? You know, kind of like when you're playing Team Fortress 2 and you're playing a spy and there's the dead ringer, that's the whole kind of property, because the sheer force of the blow causes his thumb to twitch and hit the button, which enables him to feign death. You know, that's kind of a loose connection there, but yeah, the same thing happened, except it somehow I had accidentally taken off her right arm and broke it off. I'm actually, I don't want to just go and buy another figure, but at the same time, super gluing the arm back on, it has lost quite a bit of its posability. It's really now more of just a thing that I can have for aesthetic value on the desk. And the other thing about it was I was actually planning on doing a, little video review of it, and I deeply regret not getting to the review sooner now. Because now that the arm has broken off, and I had to super glue it back on, there's no way. It's super glued on, it still feels a little bit loose, which, that could be a problem. Let's see, Electrical Beast. Let's bring you back from the dead. Deathwater. Oh, man. Kingdra right here. I forgot to touch up on him. Kingdra is a water and dragon type Pokemon. It only has one weakness to the dragon type. And dragon type moves are very, very rare, which means that Kingdra is actually an excellent Pokemon to have. If Kingdra was actually around in Generation 1, it would actually have no weaknesses. And that's because the only Dragon-type move in Generation 1 was, Dragon Rage, which always deals 40 damage. So, Kingdra would have a weakness to a move that wouldn't be affected by weaknesses. They would be pretty powerful, and that's also considering that Kingdra actually has rather good stats overall. So, it's definitely not got that going for it. Why do I keep saying that? Oh, man. So, about the figure, I've actually just got it in one static pose for now. I really don't want to go and have to buy another figure, because it would kind of be suspicious, and I think that Amazon would, do something weird, like, try to track me down and just think, oh, why is this boy buying all these figures of Japanese schoolgirls and stuff? That's a little bit weird. We should close his account. Well, I don't think they'd necessarily, go as far as to do that, but well, you never know. You never know. You don't know what you don't know until you know it. Simple as that. But yeah. If I were to get another figure, I don't know. What would I do with the old figure? Just keep it in one static pose for the rest of her life? Or something, rather? Give a broken toy away to charity. It really burns my ass, too. This is why I can't have nice things. Because they break. Something unfortunate always happens when I have something I really, really like, and I really, really value it, and something breaks. Like the scratches on my iPod? That's because I dropped it because I'm an idiot. Miyuki's arm coming off? That's because I'm an idiot. That chair, that was a pretty comfortable chair for, what it was. I mean, certainly you're thinking, oh, it was just a wooden chair. It couldn't have been that comfortable, and just, no, you don't understand, that was a really nice chair. It contoured to the shape of my bum so well. It was specially designed for me, man. I scraped that boost, bro. I referenced that P-call, bro. I referenced it. Oh, man. Dragonite is gonna demolish us. How is this even gonna work? Can I survive? Is Rocksteady going to survive for just one more turn? Please? 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 No. Of course not, because Dragonite is wicked nasty. All up in this joint. Right, this is where I'm gonna run out of revives, isn't it? And the thing is, Mikey's not going to really be... Does this Dragonite know Thunderbolt as well? If this Dragonite knows Thunderbolt, I'm going to sue Nintendo's lawyers. Not Nintendo, but their lawyers. Lance is probably just in the background, eating a bagel. Like, Dragonite's basically just on autopilot at this point. Oh man, this really bites. I start talking about how I'm incredibly unfortunate, and suddenly, Dragonite here decides to be a jerk about it. Oh, but that was actually a pretty solid hit, too, so, you know, I guess I shouldn't be complaining too much. Now... But now we're just down to one Pokemon again. This is the problem with Dragonite. Level 66 Dragonite. Let's get Electrical Beast revived again. Why not? Why not? I really regret not actually buying a Ice Beam TM for Mikey. Ice Beam would actually really come in handy during this fight. Because the majority of Lance's Pokemon are actually weak to Ice-based moves. Each one will suffer at least 2 times the amount of damage, with both Dragonites actually taking 4 times the amount of damage from Ice Beam, since they are Dragon and Flying. Skull Bash is the only move that's actually going to deal anything resembling damage at this point, so... Survive Hyper Beam. Yeah, just barely survive Hyper Beam. See, it just does so much damage. Dragonite. Fucking adorable. You're like the awesomest Pokemon ever. I love Dragonite. I know I'm trying to be angry at him, just being like, oh, I'm enraged, I'm furious. Yes. But no, I can't be angry at Dragonite. Dragonite is just... Dragonite is really cool. I've always thought Dragonite was just really, really cool. I mean, he's like a friendly-looking character, but he's not afraid to kick people's asses. In that regard, I think he's basically the Makoto Nanaya of Pokemon. And hear me out for a second, like, does Dragonite look threatening? No. Does Makoto from Blaze Blue look threatening? No, not really. She's fluffy. But can they both kick people's asses up and down the block? Yeah, I mean, Dragonite has really high stats, and Makoto's a fairly decent character who, in the story mode of the game, basically hits like a truck. A truck made of cute? Do you have any idea how that works? Do you have any idea how much of this video I should probably be cutting out? Oh man. Alright, let's try another Skull Bash then, I guess. Oh, I don't know. Dragonite is just gonna, you know, watch. Dragonite's gonna hit a crit right here, probably. It's gonna get that crit damage, get those crit canteens going. And, yeah. Well, at least Dragonite's down to about half of his health now. Thank goodness. I don't want to switch Mikey out either, because he's got that defense boost going as well. He's, you know, limiting Dragonite's options. Dragonite at the moment only has Dragon Claw as the move that's going to be dealing damage. I don't have any X attack, do I? No, I don't. No, I definitely don't. You know what? Let's use a dire hit. Why not? Why not? Dire Hit, what that's gonna do is basically increase our chance of hitting a critical, enabling us to bypass the opponent's defensive values and, you know, kick some ass. Let's use Lemonade while I'm here, actually, you know? We don't need to heal too much, so... This is actually going much better than I expected, too. This is you know, I expected me to lose at this point, but I'm not losing. I'm not winning either, but I'm not losing. That's always important, to not lose. To trust in yourself. To believe. To do something. I'm waiting for Dragonite to run out of Dragon Claw, actually. Because I don't know what moves Dragonite has left. Yeah. Fortunately, I don't know how long Mikey has left either. Yeah, not long. Ooh boy. Okay, so I'm hoping that by some miracle, by some kind of freakish miracle, he could go all the way. I really hate how you can't, like, speed up healing in battle, too. He's not actually using a full restore. Has he run out of full restores? This could be our big chance. Let's charge up Skull Bash one last time. Still not gonna do too much damage, but you know. Come on, baby, do the locomotion! Whatever happened to this song anyway? Hyper Beam, yes! Yes, you've just wasted a turn! Look at how little damage you just did! You are dead, good sir! Ha 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 ha! I am a Pokemon master. Still can't believe my Dragon Ball Z. You are now the Pokemon League champion. Or you would have been. Ah, great. Well, you know what? It's to be expected. It's as we thought. It's as we had feared. We've got another challenge ahead of us. And he is our rival. But you know, for now, we celebrate a job well done. A victory well earned. And in the next episode, the Pokémon LeafGreen Let's Play finale, we finally take on our rival one last time and finally beat this godforsaken game. I will be seeing you guys later. This is Tails Firaga signing out. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next episode, and I'm really sorry